Okay, yeah, this is gonna be another video of me just rambling, talking, as you see from the title, talking to a brick wall. No one's gonna listen, I know. But this time it's gonna be about the Falcons. It's just been announced that they're gonna replace Vegas Legion, in the CDL next year, and I just want to talk about this phenomenon because it's happened before, with the Heretics, and this is it. Obviously, nothing's been announced yet, but if they do what I expect they're gonna do, which is stick with this team that they've had, because I think they could do that because this team isn't terrible. It isn't terrible, but it's not CDL level. And this is mainly the. I just wanted to bring it up because it's a real problem I have with this franchising nonsense. I'll just I'll say it right now. Franchising is something that I just don't understand at all because in my world, from being from England, we don't have that kind of system at all in any sport that I follow. So it's really weird to see like a league that's completely closed off, and if someone wants to like promote themselves into the league, they just have to get picked up, and like whole teams can be changed and like picked up and dropped and everything. It's really strange to me compared to the CWL is what I'm used to, right, with promotion and relegation and like open brackets where people, if you're good enough, you can make it through. Like for example, TK, right, in World War Two, um, and even E United in IW, they were the best teams in those games at certain points in the game. In this system, we wouldn't be able to see them. They would be in the Challengers League. So that's what I really don't understand. But yeah, again, that's a bit off topic. What we're gonna discuss here is the Falcons. And we can ignore. I've got their results from the past two seasons. I think they've it's been when they've been relevant, and you can see like I said, they're not a bad team. I've got like all of their results, including online, because that's where you can see how they do against European teams. So we'll just look how they've done this year, right? They got top 8 in Cup One, top 16. But to be honest, I think their level is kind of top six. Like, look at this in Miami Open. So this was all the teams. They got top 16, which again isn't terrible. And again, top six, top four EU team, top six again. So it's not bad. Like again, they weren't completely out of place in the Esports World Cup, right? Like you say, probably about a top 16 team in the world, challengers wise. But it's just unfair that they can get picked up and now compete against the best teams in the world. I don't understand it. Um, and yeah, I'm just, I could ramble about this Falcons team forever. We all know about the sports washing allegation, well, not even allegations, the sports washing scandal, I guess you could say. Um, and is it good for Saudis to be involved in the league? You know, it's it's up in the air for me. It's up in the air because like they're not going away is what I think. Like we can protest all you want, but this is like small fry compared to what they're doing in the rest of the sports world. Let's be honest. If we say we need to get them out of COD now, it's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop them doing what they're doing in all the other sports. So it's kind of, I think it's a bit of virtue signaling to just say, oh yeah, they're really bad. We don't want them in there. Obviously, we don't want them, but it doesn't mean that we can do anything about it. To be honest. Um, so yeah, I'm not really going to talk about that. I'm just going to talk strictly from practical perspective of this team, this Roxas, Exnid, King A Body, and this guy who I can't pronounce, Khalid, I guess, coming into the league. If they come in, they will be bottom. And people said the same about Heretics, right? Um, but the very big difference is that Heretics were already a pro league team in Black Ops 4. Obviously, slightly different roster. But we know they have a weird style of Heretics that can cause issues with some pro teams. Like, we've seen it before. So I was never on the hate train, but I did understand it. because these players, I've got Metals' past results here because he was the best player. He was like the most deserving, right? So look, they won Texas, and then they came second in champs finals, right? But look at the rest of the team. There's Eric Broom, Maple, and Weeman. Weeman has not had his shot. He's been one of the best players in challenges for since the CDL started, I think, and he hasn't had his shot. But Metals and Eric Broom, because they're Spanish, they got picked up by the Heretics, and it's just a little bit of a weird system. Is kind of my point here. Again, it's just a random little ramble. I just had a bit of time, and I wanted to just touch on this topic. Like I say, you can go on forever, and I'm sure many people will talk about a lot of different things with this Falcons team. Again, I've seen some rumors, because it's only when I'm recording this has only really just been announced, but I'm seeing some rumors that like they might spend loads of money and try to get Shotzi and Dashi, and I think that's nonsense. I think it is more likely they're going to go with this team, or at least some players on this team. King A-Body is good, so maybe they could justify getting him in. I don't know how good these players' English is, though, to be honest. So I don't know if they will be able to have a mixed team, and if not, they're going to bring all four of them. I think they want a Saudi team, and like I said, this team isn't bad. It's not CDL caliber, but it's not terrible. Like I think it's better than the Australian teams at the moment. I'll quickly look up. I should have had it prepared, but let me just quickly look up Mindfreak. Wait, no, I'll look up Fighter because I don't remember what team he's under. I think he's under Mindfreak still, but yeah, they are still under Mindfreak. But look, okay, they got top 16, but also top 32. So maybe similar level to the Falcons. But it's not bad. It's not a terrible level, but it's definitely not CDL quality. And it's just a shame that this is what this league system kind of forces you to do. And again, we've seen so many players overlooked. I'm not gonna lie, I was on the sort of bandwagon that Sensor should be brought into the league because of his placements were good. Again, another tangent, but just very quick last one. I'm gonna get Sensor's results up. Obviously this year he didn't play very well, but last year he got back-to-back thirds. And look, I think he deserved a shot, to be honest. I think he did. Because all of his teammates got picked up. His team was getting better. And this is the thing. In the old school system, he would be competing against the pros. If you get third place in the open bracket, that puts you into the pool play in the old system. So that's why I think it's definitely just a shame. There's some, like I mentioned before, Wee Man's overlooked. Vortex has been massively overlooked. I think Classic is overlooked. Classic's won an event this year, and there's no chance he's getting picked up. And I just think it's a shame. Like, how someone like Classic, right? We go again to Wee Man. Someone like Wee Man, or Vortex, who's like the winningest player I think in challenges. They've got no chance of getting picked up. Whereas these Falcons team, who Vortex smokes every week, they get picked up. Hixie as well is another one. Hixie got second at champs last year, like the previous year, and then he got dropped on his head. Not even an offer in sight. He's gone the whole season without getting picked up. Whereas these four nobodies, well, like I said, they're not bad. I don't want to be really disrespectful to them. They're not bad team. Like, they're good enough. Like, if Saudi had no one good enough, for example, if this was like a Korean team, they couldn't really pick anyone up because there's no players from Korea even like close to good enough. So obviously, like I said, they're good enough to be picked up. But I just think it's, like I've said it, I'll say it again, it's just a shame. It's a real shame. But I don't really have that much more to say. I just wanted to, once again, get something off my chest. It's brand new news as well. But yeah, that's my opinion on it. It's just a shame. Again, the sooner we get rid of this franchising thing, the better. And I think if we had a more open circuit as well, it would dilute the issues that Saudi money could bring. I think as well, because it doesn't guarantee success. So I think, especially in somewhere like COD, because I think prestige is always going to be the main thing. People are always going to prefer to play for Optic than the Falcons. It doesn't matter how much money that they splash at them. I just think they will, because it's happened before. There's been teams that have offered more money than Optic before. I'm pretty sure there has, but the players will not want to leave Optic. Same with FaZe, I think, at this point. Even 100 Thieves, I think, has more prestige than some of these other teams. Maybe I'm being a bit optimistic there, living in a bit of a dreamland, but I think so. I think, especially in an open circuit, I think it would be harder for the Falcons to really like assert dominance. Whereas the thing with CDL, because you've got to watch every game as well, they basically make every team kind of equal to a certain extent. So like even Boston Breach is sort of on a par with NYSL, right? Like they're just at 1/12 of the league. Whereas if you're getting bounced out of every tournament, it's like even like if it's a CWL style one with like 4 streams, you're being put on the Delta stream. No one's gonna watch you, and I think that again that's good for the scene because it would stop the domination. Again, that's kind of just a bit of a ramble, but yeah, that's my thoughts on the Falcons situation. And again, as always, if you liked it, drop a like or whatever. I'm rubbish at this, man. Like I don't care about this whole YouTube stuff. Like I said, I'm literally just speaking to a brick wall. I just want to get some things off my chest, and that's why I'm doing this. Really, I don't care about like likes or subscriptions or whatever. Just watch it if you want to watch it. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one.